Welcome all soldiers to the Fantasy Football War Council's podcast. Here are your co-hosts, Jonathan Arneson and Daniel Gutierrez.
Hello and welcome to another meeting of the Fantasy Football War Council. I'm your General of the South, Jonathan, and as always, I'm joined with my rival in the North, Daniel.
Hello.
And fellow Southern General, Mario.
Hey.
I'm all alone.
Yes, you are, and it's okay. He's not here to back me up. He'll stab me in the back for that championship. So, man, we got some news, and today's the exciting day.
Front.
Oh, right. I like it. At least you look me in the eye. That's good, man. Honorable. That's to the end. Today's a good day. We got the wide receivers, and maybe we'll check in a running back or two, and then I think we've discussed next week's a mock draft. I think we just have to. So,
yeah, heck yeah.
But
half of the first round is going to be wide receivers.
Oh my goodness! I think half of the first 10 picks is going to be wide receivers. Let's be honest.
No, yeah.
I don't know. All the smoke
Definite,
is QBs.
Yeah, it's going to be like 4 QBs and 6 wide receivers.
Yeah.
Well, 5 and maybe a tight end. We'll see.
Yeah, maybe an offensive lineman, maybe a tight end.
I think he's going to fall. I think he's going to fall into the teens.
Yeah, he could.
Yeah,
I think so
Easy.
too. Yeah.
Easy. One of the best prospects to come out, and they were calling him a generational talent, and all of that was from Alabama, and the Buccaneers drafted him, and I was super stoked about that. But I forget.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and he hardly played. Man, Kate Otton's been so much better, but the other guy's so much bigger.
He was supposed to be a top 10 pick, and he dropped to 17, and we were astonished.
We were so happy. I remember. Oh my goodness, we were so happy. Yeah, what a disappointment now, right? You can't even
so much
remember
so I can't even remember his name. That's right.
What of the cloud of the haze that he's just such a disappointing player.
Howard.
Yeah. No, oh my
Howard.
goodness. O.J. Howard. Yep.
O.J. Howard.
Yeah.
So sad.
This kid, Brock Bowers, I know that they you know what I hate? Well, the Chargers had Antonio Gates, so if they had a generational guy, they're going to draft him, definitely. They're going to peg him at 5. No, he's not going to go at 5. Come on.
I think he drops to the teens. I think Mario's right.
Oh, absolutely.
It's just not a position of...
Team needs.
Yep. No, he's going to be a late teens, too. I think, even if he... I think late teens for sure. We'll talk that in the mock, though. Let's talk that in the mock. Oh, my God.
Yep. All right. First bit of
Take it
news.
away.
All right. First bit of news. Stephon Diggs was allowed to seek a trade with every team except Kansas City.
I believe it.
And he's now a Houston Texan, and they are going to win the Super Bowl this year.
Dude, looking at every move that they have made this offseason, holy moly, they totally are, right? They're the team primed for it.
Yep. Their Super Bowl window is now. I wonder what the betting odds are for Houston to win the Super Bowl.
I don't know. I can look that up while we sit here, yeah.
Pre-draft, they're the only ones of the final 6 that look better than they were going into it.
Yeah, they just got to be the ones that knock off Kansas City, right?
Yep. Yeah, and keeping with the wide receiver news, since this is a wide receiver podcast this time, Rashee Rice, speed in the Lambo, found out he had 10.5 grams of weed in his back seat.
Yeah. Thankfully, I heard because somebody said that's a felony. It was a felony arrest.
Yes, it was reported as a felony at first, but
totally not true.
Yeah. It's a misdemeanor instead, which doesn't matter to Roger Goodell. Someone said weed, and his name is in the same caption when there's an article printed in the newspaper. He's gonna miss 2 seasons?
Probably a full season minimum, right? Yeah. The hand is coming down. It's worse than beating your wife in an elevator. So.
Yep.
Or molesting a bunch of women.
Oh well, we already
Yeah.
learned that's simple. That's easy. And the team
Yeah,
pays for
so-
that one apparently too. So
He's definitely going to miss some time next season, which once again, Kansas City. He should be back for the playoff run though, right?
Oh, fresh. Maybe Andy Reid planted it in there.
Oh
Ooh.
no. Jeez. And so yeah, so we're looking at that, and John, you typed this in, which is fantastic. Yeah, that's right. Flex without checking your backseat, because they actually have footage of him and his buddies leaving the crime scene and bolting out of there. But yeah, they didn't even grab what's going to face.
Dude, like if you're
biggest
sitting in the
punishment.
back and you're the guy rolling, like what the fuck, right? That's your job. Don't just run, right? But the thing I saw from the video, like he made sure that all his friends got out of the car before he ran away.
Yeah. And
That's-
how bad would it be if he literally didn't know the weed was there and it was his friends?
Could be. Yeah, sure. It's not mine. I'll pee in the cup.
Yep.
Let's see it. Yeah. All right. Dalvin Cook, a free agent looking for work, says, I'm still the guy. Yeah. What's his age? I'd like to know. 32? 31? I don't know. I think it's 30. I think he's 30 this year.
Yeah, he did look better behind a good offensive line. But how many good offensive lines are looking for running backs?
28.
Ooh, so he's still in the window. Come on. Yeah, he should be getting a job for work.
He is, and not only that, but
He should be getting a job for work.
he was having problems with his elbow for a while, and he finally got that surgically repaired. And so was it the shoulder? And so then that's when he lost his contract with Minnesota. They decided not to re-up him, so he should be healthier than he was in his last season with Minnesota, which isn't bad. And like for a 1-year deal, somebody can give him that. Just depends on, right now looking at the rookies coming in, it wouldn't be a bad backup plan on the cheap.
Yeah. No, definitely. And he'll have his moments for sure. He won't,
Yeah, exactly. That's all you're looking
that's
for.
all you want. Yeah, that's all you want out of him, right?
He's got to have very favorable environment for him, though.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he's not going to be that guy that gets the yards that aren't blocked anymore.
I think there's a offensive line out there that's decent, that they're still looking for a good running back or a backup or a 1AB, an AB situation,
Yeah, not the Giants.
No. No.
I wonder if he ends up signing with the Rams or something like that.
Or I was thinking even the Chargers, just they could do a Baltimore style backfield where it's just next man up. We got people in case they get hurt or whatever, or whoever's got the hot hand.
He could be a depth player in Cincinnati too.
Oh, that's not bad.
What were you gonna say, John?
No, I was just pondering. No. I just said ooh, ah. No, just questioning. That's all.
Darren Waller has decided. Hasn't.
Sorry, that H. Yeah, the end.
He will play in 2024. I thought he said that he was going to retire a few months ago. So
he said he was contemplating it, and he says he's still contemplating it. So he hasn't really said whether he's not committed.
Yeah, and his name wasn't in the news for a while, so he threw it back out there again. I'm still thinking about it, just so you know.
Yeah, he's contemplating it until the hardest parts of training camp are over, and then he's going to decide to come back.
Right? Okay. Who? I want to play.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I can see that. I don't want this. Gross.
Gross indeed. Deshaun Watson, confident he will rub a few out before week 1. I mean...
Return week 1. Gross. Yeah.
This is
Poor
week
therapist.
1 of regular season?
Definitely not preseason. Let's be honest. He's going to sit this one out. He needs a few more weeks of therapy.
He's got
therapy.
some more tantric conditioning to do.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So apparently yesterday's eclipse it peaked for 4 minutes and 28 seconds, and this
Oh yeah.
exceeded Aaron Rodgers' playing time of the Jets last season by 2 minutes and 54 seconds. I really thought this is worth sharing on today's podcast. I just wanted to
That was
put that out
beautiful.
there. Absolutely right. Yeah, I thought that was hilarious when I came across that yesterday. So I'm like, I need to save this for the podcast.
That's hilarious.
It's always you find those gems, So okay, well, let's jump into the wide receivers, shall we? Man, I really had hopes that this guy would be a Bear, really, truly. They had a visit yesterday, you know that? So my hopes are still alive.
Oh yeah. For sure.
They brought him in a visit. They can be traded up. They can come back and get him and this guy Caleb. So I won't talk bad about him anymore. He's possibly going to be a part of my wife's team. So,
he's an interesting character. He's always going to be. So here's the thing: he idolizes Aaron Rodgers. How many people say it's a ball of fun to work with Aaron Rodgers, right?
yeah.
But he was good.
True.
That's kind of where I love.
But how many people like them though?
That's what I'm saying. They don't.
No, I'm with that. So.
They're like, yeah, he's a leader. We get it done, and we win with Aaron. And I'm like, I think they're going to say the same thing over here.
Yeah. So Marvin Harrison Jr. is our across the board number one. I'm assuming because I know he's number one on my board. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, it's hard not to have him as number one. Because he does everything well except for one thing. And, I mean, that's just being a little nitpicky because the only thing he doesn't do is the yards after the catch. And he's still pretty decent at that. It's just there are other people in this draft who kill at that. And so, yeah, he's got the size, he's got the speed, he's got the cuts. He even does all the right things in the juking that the elites have done in history to throw off the defenders. It's really hard not to see him be the number one guy.
I think people are overthinking it at this point. They're just watching so much film looking for something that's wrong, which is why everybody's having a conversation, right now. Oh, is Neighbors actually the number one instead of Marvin? Stop overthinking it. Marvin's the number one. Neighbors isn't a distant two, but I mean, don't.
He's not far.
It.
Yeah,
run up and pick that dude. He is a polished and nuance of receiving to this point, and I think
top three are shit.
Well, I think Marvin in particular, you could put him on any team, and he would bring that entire team up.
Yeah,
yes.
In particular. No matter who the quarterback is or whatever, he has the traits and the football IQ to do what he needs to fix problems for his quarterback on top of everything else.
And out of these guys, I think that he is most set up for success for the way that defenses are playing offenses right now. He can be a possession short receiver volume guy. He could be Michael Thomas-esque if he wanted, but he could also stretch. He's got both of those skill sets. So, for fantasy purposes, I think he's got the highest floor. He might not have the highest ceiling, but by far the highest floor.
This year's Dynasty 101 for sure on everybody's draft board. If you're not a fool, right?
Yeah. I think the comps that I was reading have him as AJ Green, but more polished.
Ooh, I like. Okay, I like that.
6'3", 209.
Yeah. They said his comparables to AJ Green are eerily similar, but then they said his moves are even more clean and elite.
Yeah. Bigger than Daddy, weighs more than Daddy, and moves just as clean as Daddy, right? If not better.
If not better, exactly. It's saying something for his size. Some of the only criticisms they have is that he doesn't really get much, yards after the catch, and his quick movements are a little bit lacking, like when he's trying to stop in a break and things like that. But being 6'3", those are things that everybody that size kind of struggles with for the
With
most part.
with that being said, I'd probably like to go back and look at some of that film and see if a lot of those catches are diving catches that once you're touched you can't come back from. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
so there's no coming back from that regardless of who you are. But hey, he caught it. So
Yep.
And
He still
and
caught it.
his last year, he didn't have the greatest quarterback play. So I
Mhm.
think that definitely emphasizes your point, John, because it's probably exactly that. You're over the whole
diving,
career.
diving for balls that are a little out of your reach, something like that,
Mhm.
right? Yeah, it's not something you're smooth in stride running with, and yeah, I don't know. In the first
For sure. Yeah, this kid's been a pro since he was like 4 years old. He's going to continue to be a pro.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. You could be a Patriot if they draft a wide receiver and just go crazy. You get Kyler Murray at 4. You fall to 5. Justin Herbert's, jizzing over whatever color couch he's on.
Just to get a wide receiver who can catch. You don't even have to throw
Dude.
that big dog at him.
That you instantly become the number one in Los Angeles' wide receiver room because Quentin Johnson is your backup, your number two. So,
And I mean they've kind of pulled moves like they know they're going to get receivers in this class. How high, who knows? But
yeah,
Arizona's a good landing spot for him. I think that is an up and coming team. I'd like to see him. Kyler Murray's not
I think
a
that's the
horrible
logical.
quarterback.
I
I
think it's the logical that's going to happen, but I have this feeling that Los Angeles says no, and they're going to leapfrog somehow to 2 or 3 because they're going to, I mean, maybe not 2, but like they're going to have to leapfrog to get ahead of 4. They're not going to switch with 4. There's no way 4 swaps down, right?
Oh, I keep hearing that lineman is the thing that they're focused on. And if they think they can wait on it, then they're willing to trade back a couple spots.
I see 4 and 5 going back. And yeah, I know. And I think that's been the talk of the last few days. I've seen mocks and everything is they're not even in, they're moving down.
And I've heard Arizona fans going nuts because they hear their people saying, yeah, we could move back, and we don't really see a difference between the top 3 receivers, so we don't care who we get. So being at number 4, we think we can get more draft capital by moving back. And the Arizona fans are like, we have all the draft picks. We need to have actual people.
All right. You got to put those names in those spots that you really need. And I think Kyler needs the assistance.
Yeah.
Badly. Like, very badly.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
Give him some help.
Oh, yeah.
Get an edge rusher later in the draft in the late 20s when you're picking again. That's fine. There's going to be those edge rushers that are available there. So you can get a top-tier generational receiver and a top-tier edge rusher in this draft in the first round. And those two things can fix so many of your personnel problems on your team.
100%.
If those two hit, it doesn't matter what else you get in this draft. So, yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2,
yeah,
Neighbors from LSU, Jamar Chase 2.0.
Yeah. Yep. That's what they said.
Super talented. Very talented kid. Like, his athleticism is off the chart, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is the Yak King. And so the yards after catch with him are ridiculous. He's only 6 foot, and he's 200 pounds, and he's a monster fighting for it. Yeah, only 20 years old. He's still super young. They said what he lacks in polish, he makes up for in fight, and he's so fast. Also, they said one of the big things, his biggest pluses, are his burst speed. So they said he can start and stop on a dime. And while the defender's still adjusting to his cut, he's already yards away. So he's just phenomenal when it comes to that. Now, he's fallen down some rankings, and Roma Dunze has moved up on a few because they said in the locker room he's not as much of the best. What do we call it? Just getting the best team feeling with this guy here. So that's the only knock that I've heard on Neighbors is that
Not so friendly.
he's a little more about himself, and so he had the opportunity to shut that kind of talk down by showing up at the combine. And when he didn't show up and Rome put in the performance that he did at the combine, that's where some teams flip them in the rankings.
Yeah, and I like Adunze. I think he's very talented.
I personally like Adunze more than Neighbors. I think that Neighbors and Harrison have had better quarterbacks throughout their career, so I personally like everything Rome Adunze brings. I
100%.
think he's not quite as polished as Marvin Harrison, but hot damn is he good at everything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And for me, I'm like, he's a bigger version of Amon-Ra St. Brown because the dude has the dog, and he's 6'3" and 212 pounds, and he's a fighter, man. He goes through. So that's the knock on him that people keep him down in number 3 is that a lot of his catches are in the contested catch category, and they don't know if that's all due to quarterback or situational or whether or not he can actually cut and break free. But the people who watch the All-22, they say, no, there are definitely times where he definitely cuts into open space and breaks free, but that's not always when he gets the ball. And so that might be the quarterback not processing fast enough or a myriad of other issues. So it'll be interesting to see him at that next level and what happens there. But I don't think he's going to have a problem with contested catches in the NFL level just because how strong he is also. But also Malik Neighbors is super strong too. But
all 3 have a chance of being drafted in the top 10.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I don't think, I would be really shocked if any of them, I think you might see Adunze drop to like 11, but I don't think he's going much further than that. In any other year, they would be number 1 in their draft class, each one of these.
100%.
Yeah.
They're awesome. I can't wait to see what they do in the league.
Absolutely. Sitting at 4, this was Malik Neighbors, right across from Malik Neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
Brian Thomas Jr.
Brian Thomas Jr. Nope. Yep. I don't like the next 2, personally. I am not. I don't. Everybody ranks these guys very high, but I don't like them.
Yeah.
Their production was high. However, the argument against Brian Thomas Jr. is, well, he was across the field from Malik Neighbors. So they said it happened before with LSU. And Terrence Marshall Jr. had insane production, but he was behind Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson. And everyone drafted him super high, and we haven't heard much from him since. So they said Brian Thomas Jr. is pretty much in that same vein. They said his tape is eerily similar to Quentin Johnson.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like his athleticism and everything is off the charts, which is why people have like fallen in love with him. I don't think he's just not a clean player. I don't know. I don't like him. I don't think that he's had good production. I don't think that,
See, so one thing is he's seen as being super athletic, and he's more of a project. He didn't start playing football until he was in 10th grade. And so he's way behind on the curve for some of these elite wide receivers. And he doesn't reach out for the ball. He lets it hit him in the basket. So they call him the basket catcher.
Yep. Yep.
And, I mean, you're putting your quarterback at a huge disadvantage if you're going to make him toss it to you right there in the NFL.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yep. And I don't. People are going to take him decently early in the first round, and he's a project. I think that Brian Thomas Jr. at the price that he's at, I would take him all day in the second round. All day.
Yeah, the
First
second or third,
round,
because you have to develop him.
Yes, you got to develop him. First round, I don't think so. And I feel the same way about Donnie Mitchell. Same thing. Athleticism, he's our number 5. Athleticism through the roof. He ran crazy broad jump, crazy vertical. Definitely has got the speed, but he's just kind of takes some plays off, kind of inconsistent, had one of the lowest production rates per target per route run of any of the wide receivers in this class. And out of 25, he's ranked 18. So his numbers are impressive as far as his athleticism, but again, on the field, I just don't see why these two are 4 and 5.
Yeah, they said Adonai Mitchell definitely. You can catch him when the ball's not going to him. One of the guys who was scouting said, "Well, I don't know if it's his football IQ, because he can definitely tell when the ball's not coming to him." Because he doesn't lay down blocks, he doesn't waste any energy going where he doesn't need to go. They said he does a couple cuts to throw off the one defender, and then after that, he's just like, okay, my 5 seconds is up. And
doesn't give the effort.
That is not what you spend your first round on.
No.
Correct.
No. Well,
He ran 4.3, so he's not going to drop past the third round.
How many receivers go in this year's first round draft?
Ooh.
Minimum 5.
Ooh.
I'm going to say 7.
Wow.
I'm going to say 7, yeah.
Okay. I guess I
you got
be the
Kansas City and Buffalo at the back.
You do. Wow, that's a shocker. I was thinking more like 4 get drafted. I see the first 3 going, and then everyone else just shifts beyond that. But maybe I'm just going crazy. Whew.
I think there's gonna be a run in the beginning and a run at the end.
Yeah, exactly.
I think there's gonna be 3 in the beginning and then 2 to 3 towards the end. But I think within the first 2 rounds, there's going to be 10 to 12 drafted.
Yeah, I see. I figured a few more are going to come in the second. Yeah. I figured
there's going to be so many that come in the second round.
So I'm just counting it up. We think there's going to be the top 3 and the top 10 picks, or maybe top 11 picks. But then you've also got 2 teams in the middle of the teens that need a wide receiver, including my Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah.
And then you also have the last teams who 2 of those desperately need help. So that's 3 plus 2 plus 2, that's 7.
Yeah, that's a lot. That is a lot of wide receivers.
Yeah. But I think that's max. I don't see it going over that. I think it's between 5 and 7, but I think 7's going to be what it hits.
Yeah, no, I think you guys are probably more spot on. Somewhere between 5 to 7 is the number.
Oof. Who do you think is one of these later ones that we have listed here, John, that might work their way up?
So, me personally, I like Troy Franklin. He sits at 7 for us, not at 6. I'm skipping Ladd McConkey. I'm going down to 7 at Troy Franklin from Oregon. He's 6'2", 176 pounds. I really like this guy. He's talented, and he's rising boards at this moment. I don't know. This guy, Just something
Talk-
about him.
uh,
Just
Talk
something
about
about him.
athletic, but he's a noodle.
Yeah, just something about him. He gets
He's
away
a
from everything, right? Yeah.
Well, is he a wet noodle or is he?
No, because he holds on to the ball. You just
That's the
can't
question.
tackle him. Yeah.
Uh,
No,
Yeah.
I do like this kid. I think he is very talented, and I could see him inch up above some of them and maybe ink into the first round.
So you know what Troy Franklin's comp is?
Give it to me.
Healthy Will Fuller. I'd take that all day long.
I would
Isn't
indeed,
Will
because
Fuller
when Hell
short?
Fuller, he is a little shorter, but Will Fuller, when I think he's in
Yeah.
the 5-something, when he's healthy, that dude. Ooh,
He's got
he's
burner
studly.
speed, great routes, and a very large route tree.
Yeah.
So he's he's a good guy.
And and a pension for the looking up his height. Pension for the what's it? The
End zone.
I was gonna say something. We'll skip it. Never mind.
Okay.
Never mind. I was gonna say enhancing drugs, but we'll move on. The season he spent off. So
Okay. Do you want to go to Lad McConkey, or you want to pick one of these next ones?
no, we shouldn't skip him. We shouldn't skip him, but we should.
It's
at
not.
least-
It's
He's
not
not being
really our
skipped.
rank.
Yeah, he's
So
not being skipped.
we can come back to him, or we can hit him. I guess I'll hit him real quick.
You
So
go
Lad
ahead.
McConkey out of Georgia.
Shit.
He's 6 foot, 186. A lot of big knocks on him are that he seems like one of the most elite receivers, possibly even number 4 in talent. When it comes to all his measurables and his production, his final year in college only. So they say he's got an incredible work ethic. He's always tried hard, never really broke any barriers to make him a dude in any way, shape, or form. And we don't know what happened, whether there was a coaching change or something, but the last final year in college, he broke out and did amazing things this single last year in college.
He's Wes Welker 2.0. Or I guess 3.0, right? Because it was Wes Welker and then
Julian Edelman. Come on.
Julian Edelman, and then now it's going to be Lad McConkey. I think that I'm actually pretty high on Lad McConkey personally. I think
Same
that
here.
he should be above Brian Thomas and Adeline Mitchell. I think that he should be rated number 4 in this draft, maybe 5, because I also really like Troy Franklin, who I think should be above the other two also.
100%.
But I think his skill set is perfect for what the NFL needs right now. He's a possession guy. He is crafty, he is quick, and he has got very good yak ability. So you don't need to throw the ball deep to him, even though he's got the tools to be able to do that. Just get him in space underneath and just chew up those yards. He's like a 12 reception, 90-yard game, 1 touchdown guy, but it's still extremely productive. So I would love to see Lad McConkey go to Kansas City, because that gives a possession guy outside of Travis Kelce. I think he would really complement their system there.
Yeah.
But
his comps are Cooper Kupp and Golden Tate.
yeah, he's a smaller Cooper Kupp, but
Yeah. But his jumping and speed and everything, he's a lot more athletic than Wes Welker was.
Oh, Daniel, I'm going to gross you out right now. I'm thumbing through some mock drafts that I'm reading off of NFL.com. And this one's got Brian Thomas Jr. coming to us at pick 26.
Why?
Why?
I threw up a little.
He could learn a lot from.
Oh
Mike Evans.
gosh. Well, I mean, if we let it's contract year, Chris Godwin's going to go. We need another wide receiver. They're saying so. I could see us going wide receiver. It's not an out there for us in this draft, but at the first round, I mean, it is a good round. So if one drops to us, I say jump at it. But
Well, there
Yeah.
are several guys who aren't going to be as important to fantasy, but are spectacular possession receivers.
yes,
And so, I mean, like Ladd, and then the next guy we're going to talk about, Roman Wilson,
Mhm.
5'11", 185 pounds. They say he's always in the right place at the right time, and he has possibly the best hands in this draft.
Besides Marvin Harrison.
that always sounded like John Lynch. He was always at the
Sorry.
right place at the right time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So they said
I like
he's
that.
small, speedy, like Wes Welker. He plays fearless, and when he was given the chance to actually break out and catch a whole lot of balls, he was the star at the Senior Bowl.
Yep. Yep.
So let me say, if he makes it to the second round, do the Chargers draft him?
Dude,
Oh, I wouldn't doubt that.
they
I really-
need that.
I mean, he's like Mario said, good possession guy. I think that they just didn't use him as much because they didn't have to. It's the same thing with their quarterback, JJ McCarthy. They didn't have to use him very much. So why when I know that I'm not going to put the ball in risk and I'm guaranteed 7 yards on every run that I run, why not just not pass the ball? Because I'm getting 7 yards no matter what, So
Yeah.
I also like this next guy, Ricky Parasol. I think he's just been cursed
Yes.
with quarterback play. I think he is. He's one of mine that I think is going to be pretty successful.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
With better quarterback play.
Solid.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of nuance in his game that are like, oh damn, like
Isn't it sad to watch wide receivers die when they don't get a good quarterback given to them?
oh man.
And that could go the other way around when a good quarterback
That's
dies
exactly-
when he's not given a good wide receiver. So
That's right. Penix maybe.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't know a whole lot about this next one. I was going to say the one after is the one I'm a little more excited for.
all right. I'll go with Jermaine Burton.
Yeah.
I love his tape.
Yeah.
I would put him up at 4,
Wow.
rivaling Adunze on this
Ooh.
list. I think that as far as talent is concerned, he's right up there with the top 3. He's got off-field concerns. He's been suspended. He's had run-ins with the law. So either people are going to have him on their board or he's not. But if he plays and actually, keeps himself out of trouble, he is someone that everybody can go, why wasn't he picked up earlier? But his
So you're
measurables
saying
are off the charts.
future Raider.
He's Tyreek Hill 2.0 as far as dropping in the board, lots of talent. But
Yep.
Tyreek Hill's
Problem.
a unique individual. But
Yeah.
same kind of realm.
It's amazing how deep this class is. Right?
Oh, it's ridiculous, man. This dude's film, I was like, why isn't anybody talking about him? And then I started reading more, and I was like, oh, that's why nobody's talking about him, because he's a nincompoop. But his tape is stupid. I was probably more impressed with his than I was with almost anybody else's on this list.
So he'd be a good one for you guys with Arian.
Yep.
Arian's still in the building.
Arians and Evans and get him at the end of the second round. Oh, it would make wherever I was sticky if that happened.
Yeah, he's fantastic. And the next guy here was the
Take it,
combine
John.
czar.
Take it, John.
Xavier Worthy from Texas. Yes, I am super excited for this one. 6'1", 164 pounds. He's not the heaviest kid, but he actually is. He moves though, and he plays like he has a little more weight to him. I think just looks like it. He could bulk up, and he will bulk up. I mean, he's young, So
He is. He's young.
that's
And, you know, those speed guys, you don't expect them to move like he does. You know, he's
Yeah.
not fast. Those guys, all of the other guys, for the most part, that are top 40 guys are like fast, but they're not quick. you
yeah,
know?
yeah. Well, he was the kid that posted the fastest 40, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He was the one that posted the fastest. So like, phenomenal speed to him. Like,
In combine history.
yeah, phenomenal speed. And he's not just doing. I saw him doing track. He's into track as well. He was doing pole vaulting. Is it pole vaulting?
Oh,
He's
I didn't
into
know that.
he's into something else other than football. So
Okay, right on.
yeah,
Well, I definitely think that he made Adonai Mitchell his life a lot better and easier being on the same field with him when they had to contend with
Oh.
Xavier Worthy's speed.
Absolutely. I would think
Oh.
that makes it a lot easier. That guy's down the field, so we're going to throw it to the close guy because I don't have an arm for it.
Dude, his comeback moves or cutouts are insane. He's so light and so fast and so quick. He just moves different than anyone else on the field.
Mhm.
I
Another
was
player visited the Bears today. I was excited to see
Oh.
these names. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
They might take him at 9. You know.
Yeah, a stretcher, guy in the middle with DJ, and then also Keenan up close in the.
I keep
I'd get a
seeing
slot.
names if like a Dunze is gone at 9, they either go alt or they're going like defensive line tackle. Or
Alt
something.
would be smart.
Alt's going
Yeah.
to Tennessee at 6.
Yeah, probably.
That's a
he's gonna
good.
make it
That's a
past
good
that.
spot. Yeah, it's very good. He's a very. Alt's totally a Tennessee pick. That is such
He's
a Tennessee
total
pick.
Titan. Yeah.
That is a very Tennessee pick. Oh man.
I just wherever Worthy goes, I hope they don't just typecast him into a field stretcher because of his speed, because he's so much more than that. And I was really surprised to see that.
Yeah, that's what they were saying. Is field stretching is actually not the thing he does really well.
Yeah, it's not the thing that he's best at, even though he's good at it. He's not.
So-
That's not what he's best at.
His biggest knock is that balls over 20 yards he can't track. So he ends up not being a great field stretcher. But his football IQ before the 20 yards is phenomenal, and he's really good at helping the QB before then.
I was shocked at his short area field work. Yeah.
Pick
All right.
one out of these 4.
Go.
So pick one. Whoever you think is our highest ranked out of those 4 to round out our top 12.
Let's see. Do you want to dog on somebody, or you want to pick somebody who we think is good?
No, I want someone good. Let's help our listeners. Let's not dog our listeners like that. Come on. We think highly of our 2 listeners in Germany.
Jalen Polk, then?
Jalen Polk. There we go. Washington. They had a really good season.
Yeah, and Jalen Polk is a lot of the reason why they did so well.
Huh?
He's Justin Jefferson 2.0.
Ooh.
That's pretty lofty.
That's,
But
I was going to say, if he was Justin Jefferson 2.0, you think he'd be a little higher on this list.
If it was a different draft class, he would be higher on this list.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe. But he'd be higher than Brian Thomas Jr., I'd say. I don't know.
wait. How high
people are
was
smoking
Justin
some
Jefferson
strong
in his own
shit,
draft
man.
class?
Good
He was
point.
not
No, very good point.
They were surprised he was a first round pick.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Jalen Polk's not going to be a first-round pick. Let's say that right now. I can safely say this.
Yeah.
Okay, I can. Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm trying to type in. There we go.
Okay. Yeah, so Justin Jefferson was picked 22 overall.
Yeah.
I mean,
And I remember people were like, "Oh my gosh, why did they reach for him?" And he ended up being the best receiver out of that class. You know.
wasn't that the traded? That was a traded pick.
Yeah, they did trade up
who
for him.
traded-
That
yep.
was a traded pick. I mean, yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, he was the 5th receiver that came off the board. And they did move up for him. So yeah, a lot of good talk about Jalen Polk and the things that he did. Penix, he's very consistent. They say he can dink and dunk like crazy, but the things that Polk was able to do and to get the yards after really, really made that offense sing. But the coaching and the different really, really creative things they did with that offensive scheme were super interesting too. So that's the other reason why he's down a little lower on the list, is because everyone's like, well, with that offensive coordinator, how much of it was scheming? So that's where the questions are. And when he gets drafted and he plays for the NFL, we'll see what actually comes out from there.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Or was he stifled because that number one guy was just perfect for that system?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, let's see if he gets the correct coordinator that uses
Woo!
him properly, right? So,
Yeah, because you
Compare
have
the
to
comp
Dunze
with
and
Mohamed
him.
Sanu.
yeah. All right. Well, thanks for joining us on this wide receiver journey. Tune in next week, and we'll start mock draft.
Ooh, I need to do homework.
Yeah, I think we all do. So that's all right. That's okay. I wasn't ready for tonight, so
Yeah.
that's okay. We can wing it well enough. Thanks for joining us, and as always,
Stay vigilant, soldiers.
Cheers.